Mobile games are coming out more and more, especially as we're getting closer to the end of the year. We are a few days into November and already it seems quite promising. If you're looking for some new to play, well, here's 20 more newly released games of November 2023 for your Android and iOS devices as well. Number 1. It's the one game everybody's talking about since the new month, Warcraft Arclight Rumble. Blizzard actually made it globally official and is already downloaded over 1 million times on the Play Store. This is a 200 megabyte piece of tactical strategy in the same style of Clash Royale. Basically a mix of MOBA and tower defense and works like a charm on mobiles. This might as be actually the best game in replay today. I mean, Blizzard's actually pulled it off miraculously good for once. It's a free game and actually rated a 5 out of 5 on a lot of websites.
What's the plan?
Available in English finally, globally now, in its original language as well. You can now finally have hands on Master of Garden, which is a new entry in the Eminence in the Shadow series. A lot of you remember this game from January this year. It's an action RPG strategy, one of the games I've been waiting to have hands on for months and couldn't because of the maintenance and the unofficial releases and a few issues that they have taken the game down. Anyway, it's up there now. It's a really easy game to get the hang of. Visuals quite interesting and has a different approach to the usual turn-based RPGs. It's a 1 GB game and playable only online. Number 3 over here, it's a new developer's work too, Phantom Blade Executioners. This project was revealed almost a year ago and took every bit of effort to finally for the developers to make it over to the mobiles. First, it's now sitting on both platforms for free, offering some of the most frantic hack and slashers and amazing storyline based on the Chinese traditional paintings and modern stories. So 300 megabytes online game in nature, you can play this one with a controller and this is how it looks. Transmute Galaxy Battle had a sequel in the making since the beginning of this year, and it was released earlier today, finally. The game has already downloaded over 50,000 times and has been getting quite a lot of attention on websites. Transmute 2 Space Survivor is a top-down arcade bullet hell shooter, this time around offering the biggest boss fights this genre literally ever offered on mobiles. Sick game, playable online and available only on the Google Play right now. So yeah, speaking of which, Halloween is over, indeed, but if you didn't get the kick you wanted out of it, maybe you want to jump in and try Heist Backrooms. This is a mobile port of a PC indie horror backrooms game that came out like last year, now sitting on the Play Store for free and playable offline. I wouldn't spoil it, but mostly this is just a hide-and-seek game and you're either running or recording. It's actually built with the use of Unreal Engine 5, it's about 700 megabytes a big game, and this is in-game footage. So, I've yet to play this one myself, but seems to be legit in-game footage. I would really appreciate if any of you could fact-check this one for me. This is a story-driven, action third and first-person shooter, kind of in the same style of the Korean game Earth Revival I mentioned earlier. A game called Titanite. Maybe it's in soft launch, but it's out there now on the Play Store, and it is touted as a survival build and craft shooter. It's an online game doing about 2.5 gigabytes in size. Fire Elite 2 is on TapTap now, sitting through pre-registration since November 1st and coming out on the Google Play and the App Store in English by the end of the year. This here is a battle royale almost first-person shooter, definitely cloned off of the Valorant, improving on quality and graphics of the first game in the series with new maps, new guns, more online features, and supposedly better service. Check it out in case you missed it. Oh yeah, you might find this interesting. After more than 6 years of wait, Chili Room came out with a prequel on Soul Knight, a pixel art action RPG looter shooter, a game downloaded almost 100 million times on the Play Store only, and the prequel over here begins prior to the events of Soul Knight, the original, where now you embark on another epic journey, use a wide combination of new weapons and spells, and ultimately save the world from an impending doom. Here's a trailer.
無と有とがつながる世界
Same deal here with Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. The game is not only coming to PCs and consoles, but coming around for a beta testing, another one on iOS first throughout November and then on Android then on December. Also then later on consoles as a paid game. You might want to go ahead and use the link down in the description. It's official. You gotta register now for the live beta that you want to go later on in the month. It will eventually feature a mix of Disney and Square Enix's characters of fast-paced combat, incorporating Unreal Engine 5 designs in gameplay, and a lot more. Oh yeah, Horizon Driving Sim is out globally now and rated a 4.9 out of 5. It's the finest racing game or sim game released in the past few months, and it's now out there for everyone. Not just that, the game is actually, I didn't know this myself, but made as an open world and scale to specifically feel like you're playing Horizon or one of the Motorsport series games on mobiles. Actually able to capture that experience pretty good. Play it, it's a free game online at about 400 megabytes in total initially. And just a quick mention for those of you who hopefully haven't played this one yet, Monster Adventure Go, or better said, Pokemon Go, here was revealed on mobiles a couple of days ago and is probably the best thing you can play with a controller if you're looking for a classic monster collecting retro style RPG. It's literally the best Pokemon game on the Play Store, even though it's not officially a Pokemon game. Playable online, offline, takes you a few hundred megabytes and it's a big game. Here's today's honorable mentions. Thanks for watching.